STPL.
Hello guys and welcome back to the STPL. I thought I was having some trouble with the gateways, but I managed to log in, and that means we get to continue on with today's STPL. Now, we are changing up things a little bit from where I expect it to be. We're actually going to be watching Red versus White Clan now, rather than iRk versus Valhalla team. That means we're saving iRk versus Valhalla team for Friday. Unfortunate we're not going to see iRk today, but there was a little bit of a mix-up with who they thought was going to send the replays in, so no one did, and now neither of them have the full set of replays. So let's have a look. Let's introduce it. We're going to be going into Red versus White Clan. Now, if you are tuning in to the STPL for the first time, which I think a few of you are, which is kind of cool, this is actually a global StarCraft 1 Remastered, or StarCraft Remastered Team League. We've got teams from all over the world, the strongest teams outside of Korea, as well as some strong teams from Korea as well. So, very, very fun. Let's introduce our first team, or our teams here. Starting us off is going to be Red. They started off, I believe, as a German team. They've kind of branched out to introduce more people from around Europe and also some Americans as well. It's really, really cool to see them play again. Now, this is their debut match in Season 3. They did actually have a bye in Week 1, which means we didn't see them there, but Red are quite strong on their roster. Of course, they have the one, the only Liquid Drone, aka Eriador, who is a very, very good player, and it's always really fun to watch him play. He always comes out with some really weird strategies, plans really well for the maps, and just overall, just like a really cool guy to sit and watch. So the other cool thing as well is we've also got some cheerfuls for this one. Both of them were made by one person, but I'm going to throw both of them up anyway. We'll do that when we get into the game, when things get a little bit slower. We'll sort of throw them up. But essentially, if you guys want to enter cheerfuls to the STPL, if you want something you've made to appear on stream, post it in this thread on Team Liquid. You can already see some amazing ones made by Liquipedia here. By Liquipedia. Liquipedia are our wonderful sponsors, of course, alongside Esport Fund and Maturino, but made by Lucky Noob rather than Liquipedia. He is Prol Charities on Team Liquid, and he's made some incredibly good stuff. So, let's have a look at how our other team, it is going to be White Clan. They are our two-time finalists. They did lose both the finals to Seoul. They actually lost in a massive upset against Eternal Friends in Week 1. And in Week 2, they've come back with a little bit of a stronger team here. Definitely not opting to go for anything too crazy. Now, I think there was, if I remember correctly, there was actually a sub in this week for Seoul. I'm just double checking. I think FamSE subbed out for someone. Let me just quickly check, just so we have the right players and everything. I think it was Creative who was imagining it. The games will be starting in just a minute or so. I'm just showing off all the production beforehand, going through all the series. But let's show off the lineups. Now, in terms of lineups, it's gonna be looking pretty good. We've not got too many mirror matches. We don't actually have a single mirror matchup in this series. We've got a PVT, LML versus Yes Man. Yeah, Famasi was subbed. I just need to figure out who he was subbed with. Then I can change it over. Who was it? JH. Famasi changed out for JH. So let me just quickly update that on the overlay. And like that, it's fixed. So, still no mirror matchups. We're going to start with a PVT, go into a ZVP, go into a PVZ, and then go into a PVT. So lots and lots of fun games coming up. Let's introduce our first player here. This one is going to be for Red now. He is in chat as well. It's LML. LML, a really good Protoss player here for Red. 60% win rate overall. Now, unfortunately, he's not actually been able to beat a Terran player up until now in the STPL. But when you look at the 3 Terrans he's faced in his last 10 games, Terra, Kyrie, and Famasi, they are incredibly strong Terran players. So no shame in that whatsoever. And I do want to say, LML, you have a wonderful beard, so it's really, really cool. I love your beard. I wish my beard looked that nice. But let's have a look at his opponent. It's going to be Yes Man. Yes Man, one of the stronger Terran players on White Clan. 76% win rate overall. A 90% win rate against Protoss, which is ridiculous. Winning 6 of his last 10 games. Very, very good. And let's have a look at the map we're going to be going into. It is going to be the one, the only Byzantium 3. Now, we have had a TVP on here before. It was a little bit of a weirder game. It was around 25 minutes long. But the main feature of this map is the high ground main. This map is known as the map that gave birth to the 1Rax fast expand against Protoss. Pretty much back when this map came out, that was almost the only build you could do against Protoss here, because it was the only way you could possibly ever expand. So let's see if we're going to see that here from Yes Man, or if he's going to do something a little bit more unconventional. And let's see what LML has prepared as we get into game number 1. Okay, starting us off here, down here in the bottom right-hand position, we have the red Protoss in the red, fighting, the red Protoss is in the red, it's LML. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom left-hand corner, it's the blue Terran fighting for White Clan, it's Yes Man. Now, it's actually kind of cool that we get the option of the option of seeing red versus white, not only because there's actually been a little bit of hype regarding this matchup from the red team. White Clan have just come off of a loss, so this could be a little bit of a jolt for them. Losing in week 1, definitely not something they are ready for, but it's going to be kind of cool to see exactly how this game is going to play. Now, historically, this map was a little bit favored in terms of Protoss, but the game has moved on since then. Terrans have become a lot better at taking early expansions, but it looks like Yes Man is actually going to expand outside of his base. He's actually going to go for a barracks, so he's not going to go for a 1Rax fast expand wall in or anything like that. Now, I'm going to try something here. I don't know if this is going to work, but hopefully this will not bring up anything blocking the screen, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the first of our cheerfuls. The first cheerful I get to show off in the STPL. We're actually going to tab back to the Protoss base. Obviously the Cybernetic score is coming up, but Rota thinks it's better red than dead. The Dawdles are coming for you. You got Red Warrior's picture there as well. It's actually pretty good. But they're definitely looking forward to seeing Red beat White Clan here. I need to find a better way of showing these off, but I'm just going to throw this one up because I really like it. But it's good to have cheerfuls. Cheerfuls always brought a little bit of personality. Allowed the fans to show off their love for the teams, the players. the matchups, the casters if you want to, but not like Cadenzi. Don't do that, don't curse me. I've been cursed enough. But we've got a factory coming in here for Yes Man. So Yes Man is playing pretty much the more modern standard style. And Seox, yeah, this is remastered. Not many people play on the old version anymore. Okay, we've got range and dragoons heading on the way for LML. Still only a single factory here, no expansion coming up just yet, but you do see that the SCV has been pulled out, so he is going to be looking to expand behind a bunker on the high ground. A little bit easier to do when you do that. But LML not going to push forward at all. Actually going for a 21 Nexus off of just one Dragoon. This is actually quite risky. If your opponent goes for 2 factory here, you're in a lot of trouble as a Protoss player. But looks like he is, as a matter of fact, he didn't actually scout his opponent either. So he has no idea what's going on. The only thing I can assume is that LML assume that Yes Man would go for a 1 Rax fast expand on this map, which a little bit unfortunate. Ratus brings up, looks like LML unable to scout the command center here, which is a little bit unfortunate. Does find the SCV though. So did the SCV get in the main? Yeah, got in the main base. So unfortunately, he already knows where his opponent is. But Ratus, unfortunately, I am an affiliate, yes, but you need to be a partner to be guaranteed quality options, which is really shit. I really don't like it. It's probably the worst thing about Twitch. But yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. It's probably like one of the worst decisions they've made, but I guess it's because they've only got so many servers and encoding does take a lot of resources. So Machine, if you're in chat, I don't hate you. I understand it's not your fault. It's all Shamtu's fault. So but either way, oh my god, we've got a Vulture in the main. I did see this, and I just didn't kind of comprehend what was going on. We've actually got 4 kills on this Vulture already, 5 kills. How this Vulture got in the main base, I have no idea. But it looks like the Nexus is up in the natural. So LML is going to be able to rebuild the probe count pretty well. But you can already see the 5 probe difference is already there. So other than being like, at this point, he could be even on workers, he's not going to be able to be, you know, and that's a really big problem. Now, Mines just about to finish up here, which is going to make this a little bit more risky for LML to run out on the map and just run around and do whatever he wants. Speed is actually coming up next, so Yes Man has no intention of building a tank for the next like 10 minutes or so. He's actually going to be going for a dropship, going to be looking to continue that harassment and just going to make things as annoying as possible for LML. Now, LML, is he going for a robo? Yes, he is. Observatory is done. And this is looking pretty good. Hi Albert, good to see you here, man. Now we've got the pylons coming out the front. This actually helps wall off against the vultures, which is going to help him. It does obviously keep the vultures away from his main base, but the vultures are going to get dropped in. And when the vultures get dropped in, and the fact he has such good vision, he knows he can go anywhere in this area, pick up and go in, because there's absolutely nothing LML has that can defend against it. But is the dropship on the way? It's almost done. Academy is on the way. That's going to be useful for scans. Now, Yes Man knows, because he scouted the second Nexus, he scouted what was going on. He knows there's no real risk of DTs. I mean, there could be a late Reaver here, but it's very, very unlikely, so EF versus Seoul was unfortunately not very great. Like, it was an okay series. We had a few good games in there, but it was mainly just EF getting bopped. But here we go. This is the main story of this game now. We are in game 1, of course. The dropship going to pick up these vultures. Now, there are some Dragoons in the main base, but not enough to deal with 4. Now, the big story here, actually, is that these vultures have all used their mines, so they're on nothing but probe cleanup duty. And let's see. I think that's about 5 probes that have gone down already. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god, this probe difference is just getting worse and worse. LML just not having his units in the right position. And that's a little bit unfortunate. Now, Going back to the quality options things, if you guys want to help out, want to help me get partner, watch the STPL, tell your friends about it, because the more viewers we get, the more average viewers we get every time, the more likely it is for the 4th time when I do my partner application, I'll be accepted. And then we can get quality options. But looks like LML gonna keep an eye on this now. Yes Man feeling confident enough that he can actually just expand on the low ground here, miles away from his base with absolutely no worry of losing this. Scans going in, checking everything that's going on in the main base, checking for the tech. Sees there is 4 gateways at the moment, doesn't see the 5th, but there is a citadel done. So this is going to be a Templar Archives play from here. I'm going to go into Arbiters, but it's a little bit risky when you're so far behind in workers. Like, you have to try and get a 3rd base as a Protoss player, and he's just got no real way of doing it. Alba, I don't actually know. I'm only, like, the thing is, like, if you can't watch, I'm not saying tune in anyway. Like, if you can't watch, you can't watch. If you don't want to watch, you don't have to watch either. But if you are around and you want to watch, just, even if you're busy, if you've got your PC running, maybe just open the stream in the background, go watch someone else. I don't mind. But either way, we're doing a lot better in Season 3, so it's looking better in general. Like, there's so many of you wonderful people tuning in each day, and it really does make it a lot easier, so... Now we've finally got LML moving out onto the map, cleaning up some of these mines, making it a little bit more possible to actually get out of his base, because up until now he's been kind of stuck. Now there's still no Templar Archives. I get the feeling that LML has forgotten about it. He's been so thrown off by those vultures that it's a little bit awkward. So more mines being laid down. All of LML's great work from before is going to vain. Or going to be in vain, should I say. Now LML has got a really good observer in the main, seeing the factories, seeing what's coming out, knows there's going to be an overwhelming number of vultures and not that many tanks. So this is the kind of moment where going for mass Dragoon and skipping Zealots entirely is actually really good. Like, the vultures and tanks do not deal with Dragoons very well on their own, especially at low level, at low numbers. Now we do have the Templar Archives and the Stargate coming in finally, but no 3rd base in sight. Looks like LML wants to push forward, but he's pushing up a small ramp. Vultures are not in front here, and no matter what I said about low tank count, I mean, +1 attack is done. Looks like he wants to get in, but oh my god, the mine at the back, the mine at the back. Oh! Okay, that didn't do nearly as much as it could have done, but LML getting on top of the units here. The Zealot's going to clean up these tanks, and even though Yes Man is on 3 bases, his tank count has just been reset to 0. This is what LML needs to try and come back in the game, but is it enough? This is the problem. Yes, he's traded really well with the Terran army, but he's still down 20 workers. There's still the threat of a dropship over here in the middle of the map. We've got a Nexus being built on position, but a mine sees it. Is there going to be a cannon here? No, it's just going to be a probe. Now, the issue is LML cannot remax as quick as he would like to. Like, if he had 8 gateways, 3 bases right now, and he had like 60 probes, I would give LML a really good shot in this game. But right now, I don't know where he's going to get the units from. Like, Yes Man is going to be able to remax pretty quickly. He's up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factories, going into 7 and 8 as well. And it's just really unfortunate, but we're mine hitting the Zealots as well, causing a ton of damage. Now, LML hoping the lightning can strike twice, or going for a mine drag into these tanks could be pretty good. Does manage to get it, so this tank is going to be low. Oh my god, is he just going to be able to trade away again? He gets both the tanks that are remaining. It looks like Yes Man has sent a lot of vultures into the middle of the map. They're going to be heading back. But if he sends the Zealots in, what exactly does Yes Man have to defend? He's got a single tank. Now, you can already see that things are looking a little bit rough. We did have those vultures drop down to try and take down this Nexus. Didn't manage to do so, but the dropship is going to get out, which is important for our Terran player. Now, it looks like the vultures are going to try and make their way over to finish off this base. Now, that isn't necessarily a bad decision by Yes Man. You can already see that the 3rd base is done. Let's actually have a look. Is there a science facility? I don't think there is. Oh yeah, there is. So he's going for 2-1. That's obviously going to make things even more powerful for our Terran player. But look at this, the Vulture's going to get so close to killing this Nexus. And the Mines in the way, going to stop it. Oh my goodness, LML even loses the Nexus. Going to lose the probe as well. And things are just going from bad to worse here for LML. Like, LML has done a really good job keeping Yes Man's army down. But he's now 50 supply behind. He's down 20 workers. And he doesn't have a third base. I don't know whether or not he should have maybe just expanded here first to get extra minerals. But how does Yes Man do this? I don't know. How does LML do this? Now, this is definitely not looking good for LML. Looks like Yes Man reaching 160 supply, 2-1 attack, or 2-0 is done. 2-1 is actually a little bit further off. His upgrades are a little bit mistimed here by Yes Man, but I mean, 2 attack is going to make this push so unbelievably strong. Let's actually zoom out a little bit, keep an eye on the action. We've got a lot of LML's units up here cleaning out the Dragoons. And that means, look at this, LML has no idea this is coming. Now he does. But is it just a little bit too late? I think it is. There's only Zealots here against Vultures. They're going to do absolutely nothing. All of those Dragoons miles away from the front, and they're going to lose the game. GG, LML taps out, and Yes Man takes game number 1. Okay, so unfortunately that was a little bit of a one-sided game there. LML just getting picked apart a bit by that dropship early game, causing a lot of problems for his economy. His tech was late, his third was late, and unfortunately he just didn't seem to have the units in the right place. Like, the one good thing that LML did there was his engagements were top-notch until the very end. The trouble is, where he just didn't have the economy, he couldn't rebuild after, and when you can't rebuild as Protoss, things are going to be a little bit rough, especially when 2-1 comes in, or even 2-0 in that situation. So nicely done by Yes Man. Going to give the first win on the board for White Clan, and when we get back, we'll be heading in to game number 2 after this.
STPL Season 3. Yeah. STPL DAS. Bio TVP. Wow! No problem. We got dragons to defend. Yeah. STPL DAS. STPL DAS. Mass Scout? Oh, I'm so afraid. We got Hydralisks to defend. Yes. STPL. STPL. Fantastic production. Fantastic casters. Fantastic prize pool. Only in STPL.
Outstanding. Rock and roll.
Okay, it's time for a quick tip. Here we have Neo Outlier. I'm going to show you how to get over these temples with a probe. I'll also do it with an SCV and a drone as well. So what you do is you essentially send the probe up to mine, you press stop, and you go to build a pylon. Now you build the pylon underneath you, so essentially it's going to push you, then you spam right click, and all of a sudden you are through. And here is the same trick with Terran. There's a couple of ways you can do this. One of them is you build a depot, and you essentially cancel building, and you just spam yourself through. You have to be kind of stuck or either on the building in the temple or there. But you can cancel that, and just to show, you can do it both ways as well. Okay, now there's a way you can do this with just 2 workers, which is the only way Zerg are able to do this. You can also do this with Protoss and Terran as well. So essentially, you get both workers lined up here. You mine with one worker, you send the second worker to mine just behind it, and you hit stop. It can be a little bit finicky, so don't worry if you don't get it first try. We got it. No we didn't. Yes we did. Okay, so that didn't go perfectly. You can do it a lot better than that, but it does take a little bit of practice. So just keep trying and you will eventually get it. And you'll find it actually has quite a lot of uses in various different maps.
STPL Season 3. Yeah.
Okay guys, welcome back. We're going to be heading into game number 2 of series number 2. It's going to be the one, the only Liquid Eriador starting us off here. The only remaining member of the Team Liquid clan in Brood War, I believe. I don't think there's any other members. Really cool to see Eriador back again. He's one of the more creative players in the foreign scene. He's been around since pretty much the dawn of Brood War, or the dawn of Vanilla. I think he... if I remember rightly, he's been playing since the game was released. He taught Artosis, and he's just really, really cool. Like, it's really fun to watch him. He is mainly a random player, but in tournaments he plays ZVP, TBZ, and ZBT. So we're going to see a little bit of ZVP action here. He's done pretty well in the STPL, getting a 51% win rate over 29 games, which is really, really impressive. And he often ends up playing incredibly long games, so I'm looking forward to seeing a nice long game here on the map we're heading into. But his opponent, gonna be Simbi for White Clan. Out of White Clan, one of the lesser used players from their roster. Only playing 3 games, has lost 2 of them, only won 1, and they were all in 2019. So it's been a while since we've seen him. Looking forward to seeing how they're going to do. Now let's have a look at the map we're going into. It is going to be Monty Hall SE. Now, as with Shine in Series 1, Eriador is definitely the kind of Zerg player you want to send out on Monty Hall. If there's anyone who knows how to play this map, it's going to be him. Is he going to have something special planned? Not too sure. Obviously, we've got a little bit to go before we can see that. But why don't we go and find out as we get into game number 2. It's Monty Hall SE and its Eriador versus Sinbi. Okay, the game has begun with Eriador starting off in the top left position, fighting for red in the teal. And down here in the bottom right, already doing something a little bit cheeky, glitching a probe through the minerals, is going to be Sinbi fighting for White Clan. Now, glitching that probe through the minerals using the same glitch I show in the Neo Outlier hint video is a pretty good way of catching your opponent off guard here. Now, is Eriador going to play this safe, or is he going to try and play super greedy? And Sneaky Lava US West server is down, I think. I'm actually on Asia right now, and it works. But look at this, he's going to push himself forward. Oh my god, he's going to 2-gate in Eriador's main. Oh, he's showing the probe, though. This is so strange. Showing the probe in this situation is almost unheard of. You want to hide the probe and just build gateways. That's actually pretty crazy. But here we go. I mean, Sinbi is going to go back. He's going to build the gateway here. There's no way for Lings to hit the backside of it. So let's see if Eriador's going to deal with it. Like, he's not building a spawning pool. He's not going to scout that either. I mean, he knows the probe's in his base. He must know something funny is going on. And look at this! Oh my god, he glitches it through with Eriador's drone. And he's going to block the hatchery. That's insane. Now, the unfortunate thing for Sinbi, of course, is he can't build another gateway. But blocking this hatchery is key. This is Eriador's game plan. He wanted to go for a hatchery first, and it's not going to work. He's going to have to build a... Now, oh my god, he even gassed all and he got the drone. Oh my goodness, what a man. Sinbi coming out strong here in this game. Now Eriador finally sees the gateway in his main. Another hatchery is coming up as well. And Sinbi is doing the dirty here on Eriador. Now a creep colony's coming up. He's going to be building a sunken to try and hold on to this. This is a pretty good wall to help. But man, this is crazy. Sinbi building his core back in his base. The Zealot is on the way into the main. Now can Eriador hold on to this? The Sunken hasn't been started yet. Now it is. But the longer this goes down, if it gets to 100 HP, that means the Sunken is going to have to be cancelled. So it looks like Eriador wants to get out here to try and drill on top of this Zealot to make sure that he can save the Sunken. You can see the Sunken will drop by 100 HP. Now the good thing for Eriador is he does know exactly what's coming out this this gateway. So he does know there's a couple of Zealots here. They're actually getting in a position to make sure Lings cannot counterattack him. And let's see if Eriador is going to take the bait. He's going to run forward. There is going to be a Dragoon coming out here very shortly, most likely. And that's going to really make things difficult. But the Lings, not going too crazy. Eriador knows how to play this sensibly. Now we've actually got another proxy building coming up here by Sinbi. This is the dirtiest a Protoss could possibly play on this map. Now the 3 Zealots going to be heading into the main. Looks like the Lings are out of position to defend against this. The gas is actually going to be focused down. And he's making a wall with his other Zealot, making it very difficult for Eriador to defend against this. Oh my goodness. Now the gateway is going to go down. Eriador is going to forfeit his gas here. But with no gas, there's no lair. He doesn't have enough gas here to get a lair. No lair means no spire. And that means whatever this building is going to cause some problems. It's a Robo. Is he going to go into Reaver from here? Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Now, I wanted to show a cheerful here for red because they've made one. But this is more looking like we're going to have White Clan dominate this game because I don't see how Eriador can come back in this situation. He's so far behind. It's crazy. Now I guess this would actually be a good time where nothing much is really happening to opt to show up one of the other cheerfuls. Let's see if it works. I don't know if gifts work, but here we go. The Hydralisk actually coming out here. Going to be able to clean up these Zealots. Nice wall with the Zerglings as well. Keeping the Zealots away, but there is a second building up at that bottom right. Which means things are looking worse and worse and worse here for our Protoss player, for our Zerg player even. Looks like the Lings are going to clean up these Zealots at the top with the Hydralisk support. Oh, but it's actually a gateway. It's a gateway and a Robo. He's going to go for like some kind of... He's just going to airlift gateway units into the base. Now that's definitely not something I would expect to see. But let's bring up what this game looks like it's going to be. Because currently we have White Clan absolutely dominating red here. And this was made by the wonderful Lucky Noob in support of White Clan. And genuinely it's pretty cool, although it's kind of disgusting as well. So yeah, there we go. We won't show that for too long. But kind of disgusting, I must admit. But Lucky Noob, really, really good at graphic design. Like, his cheerfuls are really awesome. If you want to check them out, if you want to submit your own, check this thread right here. Anyone can submit a cheerful as long as it's not rude or anything like that. I'll put it up on stream. So now White Clan obviously doing pretty well here, but Eriador is a good player. He's known to be able to draw out games where he can be behind. He's about to mine through into his mineral field, which means this drop is going to be able to be countered by units, but does need to make sure that he mines this out pretty quickly. Looks like Eriador's drone getting a little bit stuck as well. And just to confirm to Lucky Noob, Brood.Girl can submit a cheerful as long as the... Oh, it is going to be a Reaver. Wait, am I blind? Where is the Reaver tech? Oh, it's in the main. Okay. But here comes the Reaver into the natural here. Some drones have just come here just to immediately die. And I think this could be a little bit too little too late. Now, it looks like Eriador is going to be able to... Oh, is he going to see the proxy? I don't think he is. The Lings are getting left completely unattended. He's giving up his hatchery. This is the second time. Oh my goodness, that Scarab. He was trying to come in from multiple angles to deal with the Reaver, but he just can't. This could be too little too late for Eriador here. I don't think he has the units. He's going for Burrow, but it's not yet done. Speed for the Hydralisk isn't done either. And he's lost his natural. Now, the one good thing Eriador has going for him is he has a lot of drones. His opponent has a lot of probes, but he's only on one base. So if Eriador can hold on here, he has a chance to come back in this game. But it's going to be tough. Now, it looks like Eriador getting ready to pounce on top of the shuttle. Is Burrow done? If Burrow is finished and he can snipe this shuttle, it's going to be crazy. But looks like the shuttle is not going to take the Reaver. It's going to take a Zealot over just to make sure there's no other hatchery over at the other side, most likely, and then come back. But that means Burrow is going to be finished. And when Burrow's finished, it means that Reaver is not going to be killing any drones. And that is where Eriador needs to be. But Eriador doesn't want to push out here. Losing 2 Hydras for free, not what you want to be doing. Here comes that Zealot, just checking for that hatchery. Simbi doing a pretty good job. A Nexus coming up at the natural. But the real story is what's going to happen with these Reavers. If Eriador can jump on that shuttle before the Reaver count, or before the Reavers can get into his base, he is likely going to be able to go for a counterattack here down at the bottom left, because he does have a lot of units here off of one base. But where's the Burrow? He needs to bring this Burrow in. He needs to get ready for the shuttle, the second Reaver about to spawn. And you really want to be pushing in with Reavers, or 2 Reavers in a shuttle and the Zealots. Now, there's no additional units. Wow, there was a second Reaver, and it actually waddled all the way home. So this is going to be the 3rd Reaver in this game. And this is definitely not looking for... Oh, it's not looking great for Eriador, but he's doing the right steps. Like, he's going to be able to clean up this Zealot. Eriador is hoping that this means the Reaver is going to come in the shuttle. Here we go. The second Reaver is coming in. This is going to be such a clutch moment. Is Eriador's units in the right place? Is Sinbi going to walk into the trap? It looks like he is. Going right over where the Hydras are. Here come the second load of Hydras. Is he going to run Burrow? Yes, he is. Gets on top of the Hydras. The Reavers immediately. Oh, that hot pickup there. But he does manage to get the Reaver. He gets the shuttle as well. The Zealots are still alive. But all is not lost, because there is a ton of Hydras going down to this bottom right-hand corner. Now, the problem is he can't get them into the base here. So he's going to have to run the whole way back. But that's 2 Reavers. It's a shuttle as well. And that was a really good pick-off. Now, can Eri push the right way? A lot of Dragoons going to come out here. Sinbi may be thinking that Eriador doesn't have as many units as he actually does. Now, one thing Eri could do is actually burrow units in this gap, and as soon as the Dragoons get in, you block them in behind you. And let's see if he's going to go for that. He is actually going to push forward with these Hydras. He should just burrow them to keep them alive. Just keep them alive, Eriador. You need all the units you can possibly get. Oh, he's actually luring him into a trap. Here we go. Pretty good unit movement by Eriador in this situation. Burrow, of course, has lost its ability to be surprising anymore. But when there's no observatory... Okay, there's an observatory now, but where there was no observer, where he's been rebuilding Reavers, it's not too good. Oh, it looks like we are actually going to have Eriador push through the middle of the map here. But once again, there's nothing here. Like, he can't push through this area, so I'm not really sure what the plan is. The one place he needs to push is where Sinbi is. So Sinbi definitely in a good forward position. Neither player wants to push through this small choke. But Eriador is going to find out the hard way. You can't push forward. Now, I do wonder if you can burrow clip the Hydras over the wall. Because when you unburrow units, if they're burrowed in the same place, they glitch out as if you press stop on a unit. So maybe you could burrow and then unburrow on top of each other. But, oh, don't push through there, Eriador. There's 2 Reavers waiting for you now. Eriador finally does have his second base up. He actually lost a few drones throughout this, I think, at some point. But not too much. Lair coming in here for Eriador. Neither player still willing to push forward. Oh, the Reaver's getting a little bit close here a little bit too close for comfort, I think, for Eriador. So let's see what they're going to do. No upgrades coming in the support base still. We do have Templar Archives coming in. Third base coming in as well. This means Eriador has even more reason to try and push this way. The other thing he can actually do is like hide a hatchery down here and open up this area, but a little bit harder to do with the pylon there, so Not too worried about that. Tried to snipe the Observer, didn't quite manage it. But watching Eriador is really, really fun. Like, he always leads to these crazy, weird, drawn-out games. Now, Eriador's still getting ready. Burrow play still coming in clutch. Getting it ready for a Reaver drop in is natural. Now, of course, we, as the all-almighty observers, know there's actually not another shuttle in this game at the moment. Just building up observers is Sinbi. Now, Storm is on the way, and this is when things get harder and harder for our Zerg player. Actually opting to go and expand into the middle, knowing one good thing about going this way is he knows his opponent was not expanded here, so he knows there's no real push path for Sinbi. Now, Sinbi is actually going to open up the path to the middle, and if Eriador can hit a timing here before Sinbi's units can get home, there is no shuttle to pick these Reavers up. So he can literally walk into Sinbi's main, and Sinbi will have nothing that he can do against it. He does have some units back at home, but Dragoons and Zealots are not going to be enough to deal with mass Hydra. And now it looks like there is an Observer going to be picked off here, most likely by the Hydralisks. But he does need to be in a position to do that. Looks like it is going to go into the vision range. So that's one Observer down, which is going to help Eriador a little bit here. We've got a pylon coming up at the front. Looks like Sinbi wants to try and build some cannons here, most likely. Maybe even look to take a fourth base. I mean, realistically, it's not a bad idea. You can't really do anything about that base right now. Also adds a little bit of a container. We've got +2 attack, I believe this is, or is this still +1? No, it is +2 attack coming in here for our Protoss player. No upgrades. Okay, I take that back. +1 for Eriador as well. No Queen's Nest or Hive Tech or anything like that yet. It's a little bit hard for Eriador to afford that on 2 gases, so he's going to be getting his 3rd gas up here. Should really start to see Eriador opt. Oh my goodness. The trap's been sprung. Lots of cannons coming in here. 4th base is coming up, and we've even got a 5th base going to be coming up on this island in the bottom left. So there was a 2nd shuttle, I think, somewhere. I don't know where the shuttle went to, but oh, here it is. It picked up the 2 Reavers. So Eriador does need to be careful. But we are going to have Sinbi on a lot of bases here. Eriador halving his opponent's supply right now. But this is a lot of Hydralisks. If he can push in before Storm is ready, which is going to be tough, but it's actually going to be impossible at this point, given there's so many High Templar with Storm energy. But let's see how this engagement is going to go in the middle. Now, obviously, with it only being Hydralisks, Storm and Reavers are kind of the absolute counter to this, but can we see some effort level Hydra Micro? Let's find out. Eriador going to push in, sees the Reavers, immediately turns around, but not without losing 4 Hydras. Definitely not what you want to do. And look at this, Sinbi actually transferred some of his probes, so they did come back a little bit early, so that's a lot of wasted mining time. But given the fact Eriador's economy is a little bit hurt still, it's not the end of the world. Oh, is he going to be able to get this? Oh, he doesn't get the... Oh my goodness. Eriador's actually going for a big drop. He's going to actually leave the middle of the map open. But he's going to be able to push into the 3rd base. There's absolutely nothing here to defend this. Although, as I say that, Sinbi gets units here to defend. One of the Reavers goes down. Looks like we do have Sinbi pushing through the other map as well, and this could be a little bit too much here for Sinbi. Sorry, 2-1 attack on Sinbi's units. Eriador losing most of his Hydras, going down to 87 supply again, and there's nothing that Eriador has back at home to be able to defend onto this, or to hold onto this 3rd base. Here comes the Storm. There's a lot of Storm energy on these High Templar right now. The split, not too bad, and actually that's not the best Storm he could have gone for. Eriador, oh my god, that Storm at the back though was so outstanding. Sinbi doing such a good job, really zoning Eriador out of his own base, and I think this is just too much. Like, the unit, or the Hydras come back over the wall, so he is going to be able to do something here, maybe hold on to his 3rd base, but I just don't even think it's enough. Like, he just doesn't have enough Hydras here. He's down in upgrades, he's down in economy, he's way down in bases, and with an Archon coming in here as well, Looks like this could be curtains closing here for Ariador. Are they going to drop a few more Hydras here, but they're going to drop into the splash damage of the Archon, which you really don't want to happen. I mean, Ariador has done a valiant job this game. Been behind since the very beginning after getting his Nexus blocked and his drone killed at the start. But this is just a little bit too much. Like, Sinbi, unfortunately, a little bit too strong in this game. GG! Ariador taps out and Sinbi takes game number 2. So Ariador did a fantastic job that game, but it wasn't fantastic enough. Sinbi came with something very special prepared with that proxy gateway, and it worked out fantastically. Really, really well done by Sinbi. That's going to give White Clan a 2-0 lead in the series, and let's see if they're going to make that a 3-0 lead when we get back after this break. See you guys soon.
And people like Kix, for example, who has an encyclopedic knowledge of every map that's ever been released on StarCraft. And
he's the map man! Skibidi-bidi-bidi-on-do-do-do. Skibidi-on-do-do-do. Skibidi-bidi-bidi-on-do-do-do. He's the map man! Ba-da-ba-da-ba-dee-da-ba-ba-da-bo. Ba-ba-ba-da-bo. Bee-da-ba-ba-da-bo. Ba-ba-ba-da-bo. Everybody plays one way or the other, so check out my message to you. As a matter of fact, I don't let nothing hold you back. If Kix can do it, so can you. Gooba-dooba-dooba-dee-da-ba-ba-da-bo. Ba-ba-ba-da-bo.
Please don't listen to him for maps.
yeah.
Toss a coin to your content creators, oh Valley of Plenty, oh Valley of Plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your content creators, a friend of humanity. Okay guys, welcome back. We're going to be heading into our third game of the series. Red are currently down 2-0 to White Clan right now. So it looks like we're going to have a tough position for Red's player here in Creative. Now, Creative as well is actually going to be playing his off race in this game. I think he subbed in for someone, unless he's randomly decided to start playing ZVZ, which would be a little strange. I don't think I've heard about that, so... I think he may have subbed, and that... wait, that would be weird. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he just plays ZVZ now. It'd be a little bit strange, but Rota for red also does ZVZ. So we're going to get a ZVZ on Andromeda. Always fun. Definitely interesting to see as well. Now, his opponent is actually going to be a little bit of a PvP specialist here for White Clan. It's going to be the one, the only Fairy. I say specialist. I swear Fairy had actually won more ZVZs than this. It's only 3 games for him, and he has only won one of them. And they weren't actually, only one of them was in his last 10 games when he lost to Essen on Neo Arkanoid. So it's actually been a while since we've seen ZVZ from Fairy. I don't know why in my head he'd played more, but Fairy definitely a strong player for White Clan. 61% win rate overall. Looking forward to how he's going to do as they get onto our third map, Andromeda. Andromeda is the most standard map in the map pool, very wide open. In ZVZ it's not too bad because you can get a second hatch in your main up your ramp. It is only a mineral only, but it does obviously get you a couple of extra minerals early on. But it is possible to take your normal natural as well. There is a gas there which can be pretty good. So it is going to be a ZVZ, so without further ado, let's get into it. It's game number 3. Okay, the game has begun, and down here in the bottom right hand corner, gonna be on match point currently in the blue, it's gonna be Fairy. And his opponent who's gonna be needing your support here is gonna be Creative, fighting for red in the red. Now, because this could be the last time for this cheerful to actually come into effect, red wants you to choose the superior color, which, given the unfortunate name of a Korean clan, it actually sounds actually worse, but are you going to pick red? Are you going to pick white? Red wants you to pick them and to support them in this game, so let's see if you can do it. Now, obviously this is a ZVZ, so let's keep an eye on the build orders. No spawning pool for either player just yet. Although Creative is somehow 100 minerals down. Looks like he did go for his Overlord before Fairy did. Yeah, so Fairy is going to go for a spawning pool. So it's going to be a 9 pool into a 9 gas from him. Whereas Creative is getting ready to go up to 12 drones. And that could be problematic here. And yeah, as Custom Use says, Fairy is actually a ex-pro gamer from Sparky's back in the day in Pro League. I can't remember if he ever actually played a Pro League game though. He may have done. I'll check it up after the cast. If you want to know yourself as well, guys, you can actually search for Fairy's name on the Team Liquid database on Team Liquid. Team Liquid Pro database on Team Liquid, should I say, and that actually segues into a really good way to introduce our sponsors. A massive thank you to, of course, our Patreons, but also Liquipedia, Esport Fund, and Match Arena. Without them, our prize pool would not currently be sat at around $1,300 of our $2,000 goal. I've been told if we can reach that $2,000 goal by the end of the season, we will have a much bigger prize pool in Season 3. So, Season 4, we are in Season 3 right now, but there's also been a couple of big donations from people on Match Arena too, so it's kind of cool. Okay, so we've got Lings coming in for both players. Looks like Fairy actually tried to go for a big Ling attack, but actually went the wrong direction, given the Overlord takes so long to get to the opponent's base on this map. Unfortunately for Creative, his only Overlord, or one of his only Overlords, is completely in the wrong place. Now, looks like Creative's getting ready to defend his ramp, but he does not know what Fairy is doing. Creative's Overlord is stuck above this dead space, and it means he has no idea. Oh no, Creative's going to try and expand. This could be a very quick ZVZ, ladies and gentlemen, everyone. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go, but it looks like there could just be too many Lings here on the map for Fairy, and this could be a very, very quick finish. Looks like the hatchery has been cancelled. He knows there's absolutely no way that's happening, but the trouble is it may be a little bit too late for that. because the Sunken isn't even morphing into a Sunken yet. The lair's done. Now that's really nice drone drilling there by Creative, but the trouble is he's losing his drones, he's losing his lings. The Sunken is going to go down, and this drill, yes, the drill is powerful, but it doesn't matter if you're drilling if all your drones go down anyway. The Sunken is going to fall, and so is Creative. There's no way Creative can win this game. GG. Creative taps out, and Fairy takes game number 2. 3. Game number 3. Man, I'm forgetting everything. It's all good, though. It's all good. So that is, of course, the end of Game 3. Now, that does mean White Clan win the series, which is going to be good for them, given they lost Series 1 against EF last week. But it is going to be unfortunate for Red, because I believe... Let me double check the rankings. Oh, so this is Red's first loss. So it's not the end of the world. One loss is not enough to knock you off. There's going to be 12 weeks, I think it is, or 11 weeks of 11 weeks of group stage. So Fairy's going to get the win in that game. We do have one more game coming up. It's going to be Talent versus JH, and it's coming up after this. See you guys very soon.
STPL Season 3. Yeah. STPL does. Bio TVP? Wow! No problem. We got dragons to defend. Yeah. STPL does. STPL does. Mass Scout? Oh, I'm so afraid. We got Hydralists to defend. Yes. STPL. STPL. Fantastic production. Fantastic casters. Fantastic prize pool. Only in STPL.
Outstanding. Rock and roll.
Okay, it's time for a quick tip. Here we have Neo Outlier. I'm going to show you how to get over these. Okay guys, welcome back. We're going to be heading into game number 4 of Red versus White Clan. Unfortunately, Red have fallen. Looks like all of the colors put together have actually managed to win the game. So 256, 256, 256 has unfortunately beaten 256-0-0, and that is a very, very nerdy joke, which probably doesn't make any sense. But either way, starting us off here for Rev is going to be Talent. Talent hasn't played for a cool minute in the STPL. The last game he played was last March, which is over a year ago. And one of my favorite things about STPL is how we have, or how we're gaining, like such a long history over time. It's really, really cool. I was 255. Man, I messed up. 0 to 255. Thank you, 2 Cubs. You just made me look like an idiot. You could have just said nothing, you know? Just nothing. Let's just pretend. I could have said nothing, actually. Now the people on the VOD know I'm stupid, man. Oh man. Either way, his opponent starting here for White Clan is going to be JH. Now, JH 66% win rate overall, but over 3 games, that's a 2-for-1 win ratio. So not really too much to say there. The 4th map and final map of this series is going to be Tripod. It's not live Ender. Well, it is technically live, but it's live from replays. The games are played on Sunday, all at the same time, so it's not physically possible to cast all the games. Whereas if we cast from replays, luckily enough, we get to see all the games Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2100 CEST, courtesy of Liquipedia, the Esport Fund, and Matcherino. So really, really cool. Tripod map from the Africa TV Star League Season 8. We've had a few weird games on here so far. Well, we've only had... Oh, we must have had... There's definitely another game on here that's missing. As we've had 2 series so far. Either way, doesn't matter too much. We'll figure that out afterwards. I probably forgot to put push the match win button. But this is 4 out of 5, so this is the final game. As we get into game number 4, it's Haritos versus JH. It's not Talon, it's Horritos. So we'll fix that. Okay, the game has begun. Starting us off down here in the bottom left-hand corner is going to be JH fighting for White Clan. And his opponent spawning off here in the top right-hand corner is going to be Horritos fighting for Red. Now just while we get into this game, I'm going to show Lucky Noob's incredible White Clan cheerful again, because it's really, really good. Hella Bacon, I noticed you've submitted some cheerfuls as well, and I'm going to save your red one for next week, because obviously cheering for red at this point, a little bit, like, unfortunately, not going to work out too well, but this is the cheerful that Lucky Noob made for White Clan, eating the tentacle, which is a little bit weird, and a little bit disgusting, but it's still a pretty cool damn cool animation. So good job by Lucky Noob. Really, really fun to see these cheerfuls as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what people actually come up with. If you want to create a cheerful, submit it in this thread on Team Liquid. There is the template at the top of the thread, and then you can sort of submit something down below. But Hella Bacon, your second one didn't actually load, so I don't know what that is. So if that was a White Clan one, I'll put it next week. But this is going to be a TVP. Horritos, one of the strongest players on Red, unlike Talent. I'm not sure where I got Talent from. Maybe Horritos subbed in. Maybe I just pressed the wrong button. But it's going to be kind of cool seeing Horritos here. Horritos, if you don't know him, is Master Ray. Master Ray is the person who made SCR chart. He recently appeared on the Pylon show, I think it was last week or the week before, alongside a nice username, Joey. He's a really, really cool guy, really, really smart, and he's a really good Protoss player as well, so looking forward to seeing how he's going to do here against White Clan. Now, of course, White Clan have won the series, but if Red can hold on here and win this final game, they will get a little bit of pride back into the roster heading into week 3. You don't want to go 0-4 in your first week in a season, but a little bit unfortunate. If you did miss Soul versus EF, that was the first series today. You can go check the VOD after the cast. The VODs will be going up tomorrow from this week on YouTube as well, youtube.com/STPL. And if you want to keep up with all the latest STPL news, gossip, not that there is much gossip, but any announcements or anything like that, head on over to twitter.com/STPLTV. And also for full results and schedule, hit that Liquipedia link. It has everything there, so it's kind of cool. A massive thanks actually to the people that have been helping with Liquipedia. I know there's a couple. There's FakeFin, Awerty, Ziggy, and there's a guy who I met and learnt about last week, and I need to get his name. It is Packrat386. You guys, you're all awesome. I'm doing a little bit of stuff on Liquipedia myself, but in comparison, it's nowhere near as good as you. Now, it looks like JH getting ready to move into the middle of the map, possibly. No, going to move back. Doesn't want to open that up too soon. Now, the one thing about this map, if you don't know, just because this is one of the first times we're seeing this week, if we zoom out, you'll notice there is this middle kind of island area where it's blocked off by minerals and side disruptors around the edge, and it's a really good place to get 3 bases in the mid game because it's really hard to push in there. Looks like the JH's scout has been taken down. We've got 3 gateways coming in here after a second nexus, so it's not going to be a crazy all in like a 4 gate. But we've got JH building up, only building up to 4 Marines. Oh, wow, we actually saw a siege tank cancelled going into a vulture, so he's going to go immediately for 2 factory drop on a Vulture here. That's kind of crazy. Not something you want to see as a Protoss player. But cancelling that tank actually gives Horritos a timing here. If he pushes up this ramp, he can probably break through this. And here we go, he's going to push up. He does need to be careful, doesn't want to lose any hull damage. And okay, he's not going to be able to push up because Marines are pretty good units. So that's that. But Horritos should know that his opponent is only on one base, and he knows there's no tank yet. And that is incredibly late, which is a lot of information for Horritos to have right now. And yeah, the high ground definitely helped out, as Lucky Noob points out. The two Vultures going to come down and actually show themselves to Horritos. So Horritos knows mines have been researched, knows as far as he's aware there's only one base. But this dropship is going to be the main problem in this game. Let's see if Horritos can do it. Yeah, if you don't know as well, Horritos is actually a coach in the STPL as well. So he's a really, really nice guy, always looking to help out. But let's see if he can defend against the dropship. Now on Byzantium 3, LML unfortunately got picked apart by one of Famasi's drops. So let's see if this is going to happen to Paul Horritos as well. Is history going to repeat itself? One of those vultures has dropped, or not been dropped out, but ran into the main, killed a couple of probes. But this is the main problem here for Horritos. He's going to have to worry about a dropship coming into his main. He's got no units back here to defend. And if he just drops here and puts mines down, I think this is going to be it. Now, Horritos does not see this until now. One probe has gone down. Oh, 2 probe, 3 probe, 4 probe, 5 probe, 6 probe, 7 probe, 8 probe, 9 probe, 10 probe. Wow, so many probes going down. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. My goodness, these vultures have won the game. Oh my goodness, that's horrible for Horritos. Yes, he has a second Nexus. Yes, he can rebuild his probes. But he's not mining gas right now. Oh no, Horritos got a little bit caught off guard here, and that was an absolute massacre. So many probes died there, and another dropship heading out across the map here with another 4 vultures in. And if he drops the natural... Imagine if he had a tank right now in siege mode. Drop on here and you win the game. Looks like Horritos is going to... Oh, he actually catches the vultures in the middle of the map that were going for a drop. It's only going to be a single vulture here. But he's going to let them in. Why did he let them in here? Oh my goodness, that mine. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. Oh, the mine! Okay, does save it. He's going for a push here. He knows the push is the best way he has of breaking this. There's barely any defense here, but there's no observer, is there? Oh, there is an observer. Okay. But there is a single vulture in the main. It doesn't have any kills just yet, but let's keep an eye on that kill counter because there's not really much. Back home can defend. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's not too bad. I thought it was going to run into the mine. 3 kills. 3 kills is a little bit unfortunate. LML saying in chat about game 1, he watched a VOD of Yes Man's TVP and expected a dropship and still got... Oh no. Oh, everything that could go wrong here for Horritos has gone wrong. Losing the shot with 3 zealots in, losing so many probes. The only thing that could go worse here is if he drags this mine into his mineral line. I just do not see a way out of this for Horritos. And Horritos... Oh no, dropship on the high ground with a tank. This is just adding insult to injury here at this point. Horritos just cannot get his units in the right place. He's trying to break into the middle to try and block drops coming through there, but it's just not enough. Like, oh no, he's going to run into a mine as well. No, he's not. Oh, yes he is. Oh my god, nearly dragged it towards the mineral line. What is this Dragoon doing? Oh my goodness, no. Okay, oh... That could have been bad, but the tank has been cleaned up, luckily enough. Only there's a single Dragoon to do that. Oh, the mine. This game's smart. It's tough. It's tough to watch this. Poor Horritos just has not been given a moment to breathe in this game, and a tank and 2 vultures going to drop up here. Oh no, he's running his oh, he's oh no, the mines. The tank and dropship run away, and I don't know what the heck that noise I just made was, but that was not good. Don't make that noise. That's not good for your voice, and it sounds weird as hell. There we go. That's why I'm a caster. I make all these strange, funny noises. Everyone loves it. But looks like Horotos is going to try and go for one last big push. Going to go around the other side, because obviously if one's... Oh, this could be good. He could get this dropship. Target the dropship, target the dropship, target the dropship. He doesn't see it. That dropship is so unbelievably lucky. And that's going to make things so much harder for Horotos as well. That could not have gone worse. Oh no. Now he is going to be able to push this dropship away from the high ground at the very least. But this dropship shouldn't even be here right now. It should be dead. And JH does know what's coming here. He doesn't have much to defend back at home, but with no observer over here, he can't deal with the mines. So even if he pushes up, it doesn't matter. Like, he isn't going to be able to get in and do any damage. The dropship on the high ground above the third base. There's absolutely nothing here that he can do to defend against it. 2 Dragoons have actually dropped off, but there's way too many units here. The shields are going to go down immediately. Oh my god, picking up the tank. I love this dropship micro. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. I feel so bad for Horotos, but honestly, JH has been killing it this game. Now, oh no, he's going to run into mines and die, isn't he? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no. Oh dear, oh dear. We don't like this. Okay, well here we go. He's going to try and drop on the high ground as well to clean this up. But look at this dropship micro picking it up as it gets targeted. This tank taking... Oh my god! They're trading blows here, but unfortunately that was actually really sick. If someone can clip that, that would be really cool. But both players trying to be clever. Looks like the dropship did go down, so Horotos is going to be able to save this, but he has lost 4 probes in the making of this. The tanks on the high ground going to be causing a lot of problems. Now, he does still have the shuttle, and he does still have the Dragoons, so he is going to be able to clean this up, but unfortunately, like, imagine if Horotos just had his units here. He'd just be able to kill the dropships, and JH would still be on 2 base, not really be able to do too much. Look at this, 2 dropships going to come back out again. Okay, here we go, double shuttle to clean this up. But is it going to be enough? Here comes more units coming in. JH getting ready for this. Going to carpet bomb on top of this. Maybe run out of room to actually drop. This is going to be kind of weird. But, I mean, 4 Dragoons dropping off on the high ground is not going to be enough. Oh, that was actually 2 Zealots as well. So, that's going to help a little bit. But the dropship micro, very, very strong once again. Saving his units. Going to pick up those units as well. And going to go back over to the other high ground. And to do that, we finally have 3 shuttles, so he needs to load up and he needs to go right now. The probes all actually transferring. This is not the time to do this whatsoever. Oh no, these probes. Oh my goodness. Oh no. So many probes have died in this game. He's going to try and drop with 3 shuttles to get up here onto the high ground. His units over on the left-hand side still out of position. Oh my goodness, the tanks are still alive. 11 kills on the probes. All the probes from that base have gone down. And I mean, Horotos is staying in this game, but this is not a good day to be a probe. Not a good day at all. 3rd base coming up here from JH. Horotos sees it. JH, let's check his upgrades. He's going into +2 attack at the moment, I believe this is. No, +1. I mean, his upgrades are so far behind that if Horotos hadn't have lost all of his probes over and over again, he could actually still be in a good position, but unfortunately, it's just not enough. Now, I see people pointing out Horotos's APM. If you watch Horotos's stream, he is incredibly effective with his actions per minute. Like, his effective actions per minute are very high. Like, he doesn't waste too many actions. So that's why his that's why his APM is a little bit lower than a lot of players, because he's not spamming. Now, there's 5 gateways in the main. He can't really afford to build off of all of them. And this is just going to be a massive push here. Like, 3 shuttles are going to look and watch as Horatos' army and Horatos' chances in this game die. GG. Horatos taps out and JH takes a very, very violent TVP. So that was, unfortunately, the end of the game there for Horatos. The first drop at the beginning of the game, I think if I remember my count correctly, did like 20 kills. And if that happens, there's not really too much you can do as Protoss to come back. I mean, if he'd have managed to defend against all the drops, if he'd had all his units in the right place, he could have still come back. But when you lose so many probes over and over again, you spend so much money just rebuilding them. And it's just... it's too much. You can't do it. So let's bring up the results. We had 2 4-0s today. The first series was a little bit exciting. Second series had some exciting moments as well. But 4-0 for White Clan. Yes Man taking down LML with pretty much dropships. Sinby taking down Eriador with a very well planned out proxy gate. Fairy taking down Creative in a very straightforward ZVZ. And JH taking down Horatos with the most violent harassment I have seen in a crazy amount of time. Now, looks like Diggity's here now. If you don't know who Diggity is, he's actually been a caster longer than I have. He was casting Brood War before I even knew the foreign scene was a thing. Like, that's kind of how long ago that was. But it's kind of cool to see him here now. Unfortunately, man, you've tuned in just as the stream's about to end. But it's really cool to see you watching Brood War. It's really, really awesome, by the way. So good to see you back again, Nil. Score was 4-0. Just want to say a massive thank you to our sponsors, Liquipedia, Matcherino, and Esport Fund once again. Big thank you to all our patrons. I'm going to get the Patreon video sorted this weekend for you guys. And also a big thank you to anyone who's put the code in Matcherino. If you put the code STPL S3 in that Matcherino link, you can add 50 cents to the prize pool completely free. Let's find someone to raid now. We'll be back on Friday with a slightly changed schedule. On Friday, we're going to have Ash versus Bull and iRk versus VT. It should be a lot of fun. You won't want to miss that one. So let me just quickly find someone to host. And you guys can go enjoy watching some more Brood War. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. See you again next time.